Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Politically Correct Ghana lesson 168. And today's discussion is titled Bank of Ghana Gone Bust Recommendations. Today being the 11th of August 2023, we have to look at Bank of Ghana's report that came out this week, or last week rather, that the financial reports of the Bank of Ghana came up last week that a deficit, they've run at a loss, and even the equity they've run down. Okay, it's not strange, by the way, for a central bank to run at a loss, but it is abnormal. Let me put it this way: the Bank of Ghana is a monopoly, and all central banks are monopoly, and so it is expected that they don't run at a loss, they must run at a profit. That is the baseline. So anytime there is a loss, we have to investigate what caused the losses. And so this is one of them, but emphasis will be on recommendations. And the Bank of Ghana reported that it has run into a trading loss of 60 billion Ghana cedis. That is actually over or $6 billion per se. Okay. Then its equity has run into negative. The Bank of Ghana is owned by the government of Ghana. So it is theoretically, the Bank of Ghana and the government of Ghana are one. However, practically, they are two mutually exclusive entities. They are two separate entities. So we look at two separate entities here. But there must be some correlation. There must be some relationship between the two. Okay. So then we pick it up this way. If the Bank of Ghana has run into a negative equity, it means that the government itself hasn't got any money there. They are running at a loss, making it clear that they don't have any money at all. They are on borrowed glory. Let me put it this way: Ghana is on borrowed glory. Just an additional time before the bust would happen. Let's put it this way again. You know, some of the ramifications of the Bank of Ghana running negative equity and then running at a trading loss for a year, it includes, it erodes its ability to conduct monetary management. This monetary policy, or the base rate or the prime rate, has been coming out for all commercial banks to borrow. It is eroded its ability to do that because it will need higher rates to cover up its debts for it to come to a position of what, break even. Then think of profitability, and that is at the expense of the customers of the commercial banks. All right, that's just one. The second bit of it is that it's difficult, as it stands now, 2023, it's difficult for the Bank of Ghana to be the mother of all commercial banks in Ghana or all universal banks in Ghana, because it hasn't got enough cash or enough money to aid any commercial bank when there is a run on that bank. So if there's a banking run, the Bank of Ghana cannot give you money. It cannot even print, because it is out of its printing of cash that has run the country into where it is, into the doldrums. Okay, so then it cannot be the lender of last resort for all commercial banks. If it cannot be, then of what use is the Bank of Ghana, the central bank, to commercial banks? It's of no use. It has eroded its authority. Its authority is eroded before the commercial banks. Reputation gone wayward. Credibility zero. So it means the Bank of Ghana, as it stands now, is not fit for purpose. It is not fit for purpose. You look at it this way. Then the other issue is that commercial banks were punished in 2017, 2018 under Dr. Addison by shutting them down because they were insolvent and had managerial problems. So then if Addison, running the Bank of Ghana, now is gone insolvent, is gone broke, is gone into heavy debt, he himself shouldn't be sitting there. I would advise Addison that, look, you should move. It's better you resign. Save a little image that is left for you in the financial sector. Save just that little reputation for yourself. But move. Most importantly, you're sitting there with your deputies, and the board is only going to cause more pain and more harm to the country Ghana, the financial country Ghana. We look at it, the trust. Who has trust for Bank of Ghana? Nobody has trust for it. And a bank without fiduciary is no bank. And that is what Dr. Addison has driven Ghana to, the central bank to. So Dr. Addison, you and your deputies and the board of directors, as recommended by the National Democratic Congress, move, resign. Let new faces come, new serious faces, then it will bring about the confidence of the bank to the commercial banks and to the people and the government itself. It will also put up a new face that is of credibility. So the credibility comes, reputation will be built up over time. Then trust, fiduciariness comes in. You are not the only one in this kind of problems. Jamaica is there, Gambia is there, other countries include, other countries have been, Brazil have all been into this deficit, trading deficit, but yours requires you to go. What would be some of the recommendations? I would have thought that by now that the country is growing, you would have noticed that one of the roles of the central bank, that is to supervise, has to be taken out of Bank of Ghana. Bank of Ghana cannot supervise the commercial banks anymore, but we need another entity, another body, independent body to supervise Bank of Ghana and supervise all the commercial banks and make sure they are all in line. Because in any case, Dr. Addison, you just go printing out money anyhow you want without supervision. You think that that's not supervision. Don't think that the Parliamentary Financial Committee has an oversight. Just oversight. It's not supervision. That's one thing you should know. So we need a different entity to take care of supervising all banks. That is one. The other bit is that you've been printing money and that should have gone to the treasury, and that treasury should not be Bank of Ghana. It should be independent from Bank of Ghana. That way, they also regulate how much money is to be printed and not you determine. You operate as Bank of Ghana and let the treasury operate on its own and let another supervisory body operate. That's maybe Financial Services Authority supervise, or Financial Services Supervision Authority supervise. Let us delineate this. The country is growing and let the finances become better. The name is H. Kwame Afaglo. Thank you.